So you're on T-Mobile, but you don't want to spend $300 for a BlackBerry Bold 9900. Well, T-Mobile has a solution for you. What's going on, guys? I'm Aaron from PhoneDog.com. The BlackBerry Curve 9360 is finally coming to the nation's fourth largest wireless carrier. Now, this isn't as much of a powerhouse as the 9900. It only has an 800 megahertz processor, 512 megabytes of RAM, and it doesn't have that touchscreen, but it still has BBM, full internet capabilities, and a keyboard, which is what a lot of BlackBerry people like. Is this a device for you? We're going to find out in the full unboxing, but first, special thanks to my boys at Best Buy for hooking us up with a bunch of phones for use in our One Paw Bandit game. So when you walk into Best Buy Mobile, you'll walk out working. They'll help you set up your email, your web on this, get your BBM set up, and more. So when you walk out that door, you're good to go. Enough of that, let's get into it. BlackBerry Curve 9360 unboxing starts right now. It's one of those natural things we kind of saw coming because the BlackBerry Bold was updated in the 9900, so a complete revision from the 9700 and the 9780. So it only stands to reason that the Curve was going to get an update as well. But the new Curve's out. It's BlackBerry Curve 9360 on T-Mobile. It's going to be available on September 28th in black and on October 12th in Merlot. So two different color choices, but similar T-Mobile box here. Calling, fun, messaging, information, a bunch of generic stuff here. 3G capable, address book, calendar, all this stuff you know from BlackBerry devices. Now this thing isn't quite as powerful as the Bold 9900 and the 9930. It only has an 800 megahertz processor. It doesn't have a touchscreen, which I'll tell you after using one of these or working around, playing around with it, I've pressed the touchscreen no less than 20 times in an hour and a half. So if you're coming from a 9900 or you're coming from a storm, something like that, you're probably going to notice that. Another big thing here is it only has a 1,000 milliamp hour battery. Congratulations, I almost just broke the device and then the video would have been done. EM1 is the battery it comes with, and it is a 1,000 milliamp hour battery. But you got your SIM card slot back here, a 2 gigabyte micro SD card. It'll be interesting to see, smaller display and not, touch screen. It's not as vibrant, so it'll be interesting to see how the battery life holds up. But I'm not so sure that I'm fond of RIM doing this whole battery thing where they're pulling or shortening the battery life sizes. From like 1,500 milliamp hours to 1,230 in the Bold 9900 and then 1,000 in the Curve 9360. Get your start guide over here, merchandise return label, terms and conditions, return policy, and limited warranty as well. Oh, I just can't resist. Garantia limitada. That's all I'll do. I'll spare it and leave it at that. In the box, you get an AC adapter module, USB cable, you get some earbuds. These are basic earbuds though. I'll go ahead and rip these out so you can take a look. See how well my can do this. There we go. You get an idea. Basic earbuds there, nothing too exciting, nothing premium by any means. Then you get some more reading materials. If that wasn't enough, you get some more down in the box. 911 emergency service available over Wi-Fi, may be limited. If you use T-Mobile's Wi-Fi service, they have a harder time finding your address. Safety and product information, and then Connect Me, information on accessing BlackBerry Desktop Manager. So a bunch of reading material, and then accessory-wise, not too much, but at least you get a 2 gigabyte micro SD card. That's not too bad. You get some earbuds too. I mean, they may be kind of crappy earbuds, but still, hey, I'll take free accessories any day of the week. We'll wait for it to start up here. You can kind of see how slow it is. It's still a little bit slower, even though, like I said, it has a little bit of a faster processor than previous builds. 800 megahertz, 512 megabytes of RAM. It has visual voicemail support. Just kind of rolling through some of the specs here. Wi-Fi calling. It's 802.11bg and N. It's a quad-band GSM world phone. And then, of course, it has Bluetooth 2.1. Now, this thing is thin and light. I mean, it's much thinner and lighter than the original Curve. So it feels good in the hand. And even though the keys are kind of separated, there's a noticeable decline, I guess, in build quality. And decline might not be the best word, but it is a different build and a different feel from the 9900 with that nice metal edge and with that battery door. This one has a noticeable cheap feeling to it, but it's very, very thin. I'll hold it up so you can see against the camera here. And you can see you get two volume rocker buttons there. You get a convenience key over here. And on the right side, you have your micro USB charging port, and then your 5 megapixel camera on the back with a flash and that Curve logo. Now it's got that glossy fingerprint or glossy back on the back, and you can see that it is quite a fingerprint magnet. So that's something to keep in mind. The keys are separated. Island keys here. You do get your trackpad, and you get like the 9930 and the 9900. All these keys are kind of tied together. It's one piece of plastic, and you can tell that this is a new device because it takes some time to. You can tell the plastic's kind of hard. And same thing with the keys. Much different feel on the keys here. Much smaller keys than on the other devices. And I know I keep comparing it to the 9900 and 9930, but hey, it's another new device from RIM, so comparisons, it's just natural to draw those comparisons. Out of the box you get, and watch, no touch screen, so I've been doing that all day. But out of the box you get T-Zones over here, or Web2Go rather, excuse me, and then down here you get your T-Mobile Mall, you get My Account, you get Maps, YouTube, Social Feeds, which is RIM's kind of social aggregation software for Facebook, for Twitter, and your other social networking mediums. You get instant messaging, so Google, Yahoo, and then Messenger as well, Windows Live Messenger. Then the games, you get Brick Breaker and Wordmole, so not a lot of pre-installed stuff out of the box outside of T-Mobile Mall, BlackBerry App World, typical stuff that you would see with any of these devices, with Media, Slacker Mobile, and that's about it. So again, decent looking device, feels great in the hand. It's a huge revision on the design front from the old Curve, but still kind of a small battery, 1,000 milliamp hour battery. I'm going to do a quick, see I just did it again, do a quick text message test here to see, compose the text, and we're going to go in and say the quick brown, it's kind of hard to type on. These keys are very, very firm. The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy phone dog. Quick brown fox jumped over the lazy phone dog. A lot harder to type on. The keys not only are smaller, but again, they're kind of plasticky, kind of chiclety, and there's some space in between. So they are smaller, so if you're coming for something with a bigger keyboard, you're going to experience some challenges, but again, it feels right on par with previous Curve designs. So if you're migrating up from a Curve or maybe from a Style 9670, you should be fine. But it's a decent device. Again, you know, it's going up against a huge Android lineup on T-Mobile. The Amaze is on the way. The Galaxy S2 is on the way. Then you have some awesome devices like the Sensation and the MyTouch 4G Slide on T-Mobile G2X, things like that. So I think the question a lot of people are going to ask is, when I can buy this for $99.99, why wouldn't I just go with something like the G2X or go with something like the Sensation? In some cases, you may be spending a little bit more money, but still, I think, you know, the overall media experience in a lot of cases will be better. But if you need that BBM action, you need the text messaging for the keyboard for the text messaging, it's going to be a relatively decent device. Now, whether it'll hold up in the full review against some of these other hot T-Mobile devices, we just have to wait and see, my friends, because there's much more coverage to come on PhoneDog.com with the BlackBerry Curve 9360. Be sure to like us on Facebook, facebook.com/PhoneDog. We're giving away a bunch of tablets as our greatest tech giveaway ever closes out this week. So be sure to jump on it right now. As soon as you're watching this video, go to facebook.com/PhoneDog, click on our sweepstakes link, and go from there. Authorize our application, and you'll be good to go. Hey, follow me on Twitter as well, PhoneDog_Aaron, and on Facebook at facebook.com/PhoneDogAB. I'm going to put this through the ringer for a few days and see how it performs. I'll let you know how it does in a video in the next couple of days. We'll see you next time.